I think we can all agree that Half-Life 1 is an absolute classic. The maps are great besides Zen. The enemies are fun to fight, the guns are amazing, and the environments and the story and the atmosphere is just perfect. But, as of recently, something in this game has been bothering me, and while it's relatively minor, I still think it's worth pointing out because nobody else has ever talked about how weird this fucking thing is in this game. So near the end of the game, there's this chapter called Forget About Freeman. Now, Forget About Freeman is a good chapter. Nobody really talks about it, though, because in reality, when you play it and you compare it to Surface Tension, it's literally just an extension of Surface Tension. Now, in this chapter, there's a really good fight arena with a tank, a sentry, human grunts, alien grunts, and vortigons. And it's very fun. I actually really like it. The song that's playing right now actually comes from that fight, and it's really good. But after you beat that area, and you go into the next one, there's this really weird alien turret. It looks like this, it looks kinda shit, and it only appears there once. It only appears in the game one time, and never appears again. You can look in Interloper, you can look in Zen, you can look in Gonarch Slayer, you can look in the rest of Lambda Core. It does not exist outside of this one area, and it makes complete zero sense. Now, you might be asking, okay, and, I mean, who gives a fuck? I mean, it's not that dangerous anyway. I mean, you can destroy it relatively quickly, and I mean, that one area with the grunts, I mean, it's annoying, but it's not because of the alien turret. It's just more so that there's like 4 fucking grunts there. I mean, who gives a shit, right? Well, no, I disagree with that. I think this gun actually had missed potential in the game during parts like Interloper and like the Zen chapters and stuff. I actually want to kind of go into that, and I also want to go into a couple of theories on why I think this gun does not appear in the rest of the game besides this one area. Now, I think the gun could have fit near the end with Interloper when you're going up the elevators and stuff, and it's shooting at you. Now, I get it, that would be annoying, and Interloper is already annoying, but that also kind of goes into another theory I'm going to mention earlier. But what I'm saying is, these things are relatively weak. You can destroy them with a couple of pistol shots, and while they do a decent amount of damage, they're not really that bad. And I feel like they could have used it during like Interloper's elevator part, and would have been more interesting, or not even that. They could have just put it like in the levels before, like in Interloper, before you get into like the main factory area. Like they could have put it in like the outside part when you're running away from that fucking Gargantuar or whatever it's called, or the tentacles, or like, you know, where those alien grunts that have the sirens and shit, if they spot you with the vortigons and they like could have attacked you. There could have been some there. It also could have been used in Lambda Core, because if the alien grunts did take it from Zen and put it there, why didn't they put it in the rest of Lambda Core? Because the whole reason why it's there, or at least from the gameplay environmental storytelling that I can tell from the game, is because they're protecting the door from Freeman getting in so he can't actually go to Zen. Now, I'm wondering, why isn't that in Lambda Core? There could have been some spots there, and after all, this is the same chapter that has the respawning alien grunts. So it really makes no sense why it isn't also there. Now, while I don't think having the gun in the game really changes anything, that kind of goes into why does it even exist at that point? Why even have it there if you're only going to use it one time? Why would you even code it, model it, and then place it into the game when you could have just added another grunt and then worked on the fucking Zen chapters? Because the Zen chapters, maybe, who knows, maybe those extra couple hours that were made to make that gun, those extra couple hours could have been fucking used to make the heal pools heal you more. Now, obviously, I'm joking on that. They're probably gonna still keep that shitty design choice anyway. Still, it's just weird to me why they would make, model, program something to be in the game, but only in one part, when it would have just been easier to have another alien grunt, and it wouldn't even change anything. It would just still be the same. Now it's time to go into my theories, and I have 2 theories for this gun.
Gordon doesn't need to hear all this. He's a highly trained professional.
Now, while I believe this one the least out of the 2, it kind of makes sense why it would be put in the game mistakenly. I mean, it's only used once, and it could have been some stuff from a beta, but like they just put it in there, and maybe they meant to use it more but they just didn't because they forgot about it or something. So then it just being in the game just kind of became a mistake that they didn't fix. But then again, I doubt that, because there's a lot of encounters in Half-Life where you will always meet something twice. The only exception to that is the Tau Cannon, but the Tau Cannon reappears in Half-Life 2, and to be honest, it's a weapon, so it's a lot more important, and you're gonna use it a lot more, compared to this fucking Sentry Gun that only exists in this one part that nobody gives a fuck about except for me for some fucking reason. Now, my main theory here is that it was going to be introduced in Forget About Freeman, and it was going to be used more in stuff like Lambda Core or Zen, stuff like that, but they kind of forgot about it because, let's be honest here, Half-Life 1 is an amazing game, but the last third of it is fucking rushed to hell. So I can easily see them forgetting about this, but it's also weird too, because you know those ceiling things in Zen that's like, there's only 3 of them and they attack you? Well, apparently, according to the wiki, that's a counterpart of the Alien Sentry Gun. So my question is, how are they going to remember to add a counterpart to it, like a ceiling version of it, but they don't remember to use the actual main thing? It's just really dumb. Now, I do wish I could just email Gabe or Dario Casali, because he is the one that did make the map that introduced the Alien Sentry Gun. But the problem is, let's be honest with ourselves here. If I fucking message Dario Casali asking him why the fuck he put this Alien Sentry here that he probably doesn't even remember fucking exists, he probably hasn't even thought about it. I mean, he probably never fucking thought about it anyway, even when he's making the game. He just thought, oh yeah, this is cool, let's just put this here. Let's be real here. He's not gonna fucking know what I'm talking about. He's just probably gonna block my fucking Gmail if I send it to him. So, final words on the Alien Sentry Gun. Well, I mean, to be honest, it doesn't really change anything. I mean, it doesn't make the part harder or anything, like said earlier. They really could have just used another alien grunt there, but whatever. I guess they just wanted to design something and never use it again. But then again, I've always had a fascination for games that just make something for one really specific niche area or thing, and then they just never use it again. And this gun, well, Sentry, is the fucking poster child to that for me. Like, I just love and hate this thing, because I love how, like, dumb it is that it exists in the game. It's only used once, even though if they used it again, lore-wise, it would make sense. I mean, granted, Interloper and Zen, they really don't need that extra challenge, but it's like, whatever. It's just like, why would you even make it, like, if you're just gonna use it once? Like, just at least use those extra hours to, like, make fucking the game better. Like, Zen definitely needed those extra hours, but whatever. Anyway, this is my stupid little fucking video. I don't even have a script or anything. I just wanted to talk about this and bring this to some attention, because I think it's not really important, but it's just something dumb, and I haven't seen anybody talk about this before, and I just think it's dumb. Anyway, see y'all. Bye.